Alright, so I just want to go over another two of the best items from this set of golden gift boxes, and one of them, as I mentioned in my previous videos, called Invincible Heart, and it's a clone. It's an exact clone of the Invincible Star spell, which is your ultimate source of damage sponging in the game. And the other item that I'm going to show that is also really good is the QuadMod misc from the Ultra Rares. Actually, I think both of these are from the Ultra Rares. And the QuadMod is a clone of the old QuadForce. Yeah, I think it's a clone of the old QuadForce, which basically, I think it basically gives you a choice of boosting strength, dexterity, or intellect or charisma, actually. And you basically have the choice of either boosting one of these stats, or you can boost all four of these stats, which is pretty awesome. But the SP cost is pretty high, so that's, well, to be fair, considering just how much QuadForce and now the QuadMod, how much it can do, that's not necessarily a bad trade-off. So depending on what you want to do, depending on the situation, but so I'm just gonna go ahead and click Invincible Heart. So essentially, it's an exact clone of Invincible Star. So yeah, the animation's slightly different, but it's more or less what you'd expect for the name. So now we get to the really good stuff, QuadMod. So the mystical QuadMod, this ancient relic holds ultimate power, though in its current incarnation, it'll boost your light resistance, damage, and I think it's a plus 20% damage for everything, including spells. So it's not like your blood contract, which makes you take more damage. And for armor skills, for just like regular attacking, I think it boosts your, I forgot if the boost is multiplied, or if it's plus, or if it's an additive boost. But basically, for blood contract, the boost, you only get half the boost for anything spell based, whether it's a skill or a spell. But QuadMod, I think it boosts everything by plus 20%. So it'll boost your light resistance, your damage, and your luck. It gives, I think it gives 50 luck. So you can also pay a hefty SP cost to boost your power, courage, wisdom, and moxie to heroic levels, while this misc itself costs nothing to use. So I'm just going to go ahead and just going to click it. So again, the animation is different from QuadForce, although it does the exact same thing. And as you can see, I'm getting a 50 luck. So so power, it boosts your strength to 250 for 236 SP a turn. Courage boosts your charisma. Wisdom boosts your intellect, and moxie boosts your dexterity. And the cost, as you can see, is 236 SP a turn, so it's pretty significant. If you use wisdom, if you're running a build without intellect, so if you're a warrior or a ranger build that doesn't use intellect, this is gonna give you a full MP bar for your level. So at level 150, a full MP bar is 2,632 MP. So basically, if you're a warrior, you can basically become a mage, use mage spells with this miscellaneous item. And if you're a mage, and you click power, you can basically use warrior skills. And courage, well, if you're any build, you can basically use pets and guests to attack, although at the moment their accuracy is still tied to dexterity, which really sucks. So you'll have to boost both, and that will eat up a third of your SP bar every turn. So is it really worth the price? I'm not so sure. But yeah, so overall this is a clone of the old QuadForce, and I'm just gonna, even on its own, I would say it's not bad for the damage boost that you're getting, and also for the plus 50 to luck. So yeah, it's basically like, I'd say it's about the equivalent of your blood contract, or something like your Grakma, or maybe what else? Just a damage boosting misc. So even on its own, it's still pretty good for boosting your damage. All right. Oh, wait. Yeah, just gonna turn the toggle on for the Dragonfire sword. Bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, Sinmaw does less damage with its toggle than Akraloth. Although I think the skill that costs, yeah, so it's got a higher SP cost for the skill than Akraloth, so maybe that does more damage. But just the regular toggle that locks your attacks to energy, that does less damage than Akraloth's. So that's the main difference between the two. I don't know why they decided to make it different. Probably just for a bit of variety, but yeah. So yeah. And we're gonna kill him. All right, so that was me demonstrating Invincible Star, or wait, Invincible Heart, and QuadMod. The spell, it's a clone of Invincible Star. So if you don't have Invincible Star from the Frostfall gift boxes, I forgot which year that was, definitely pick this one up. And as for QuadMod or QuadForce, if you don't have QuadForce, I'd say QuadMod is, I'd say it's still worth picking up. Although I think it's probably a bit more situational than it looks, mostly because of the SP cost for that you're going to need to run this misc for boosting whichever stat. As you saw, even if you're just boosting one stat, you're still paying over 200 SP a turn, which is pretty high cost. So unless you have a way of regenerating SP, which I haven't really looked into. It's gonna come at a pretty high cost. And also the thing is, you only get the boost with QuadForce and QuadMod. You only get the boost for whichever stat or whichever stats you're boosting when you have the misc equipped. So if you decide to change to a different misc for a different purpose, or just to reduce the SP upkeep, you're gonna lose that stat that you had when you were equipping QuadMod or QuadForce. So that's really another downside to the misc. So if I had to choose between the two, if I had to recommend to other players which one to get first, which one to make a priority, I would still say that you should definitely get Invincible Heart. And if you have a spare box for QuadMod, then by all means get it. But between these two, Invincible Heart is definitely the more useful one overall. So I hope you learned something useful from this video, and I'll see you in my next one.